Hello and welcome back to another one of my videos. Now, today I am going to be talking about my favorite books. So all of my 5-star books are going to be in this video. I'm so excited because they're my 5-star reads, so I love talking about them. It's just my favorite thing to do. I recommend these books to anyone who ever asks for recommendations. We're going to get started with series. Now, sometimes if I really love a series, basically all the books have 5 stars, or all of the books have 5 stars. So, the first series we're talking about is the Shatter Me series by Tahira Mafi. I love this series so much. It is my favorite series in the history of ever. All of these books have 5 stars. If they don't have 5, they have 4.5 or 4.75. I love it so much. It holds such a dear place in my heart. When I first read it, I decided I'm going to be doing an annual reread of it every single year. I first read it in 2021, so this year I'm going to be doing my second or third official reread of it. I think third, yeah. Third read of it. Second reread of it. I love this book so much. It holds such a dear place in my heart. I love all the characters. I love the writing. I love everything and everyone about this. Just everything about the series is perfection. Now, the second series I have to talk about is the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. This has some of my all-time favorite characters. I love the series so much. I love Stephanie Garber's writing so much. She is just so beautiful at capturing like fairy tale-esque books, and I have so much fun reading her. The Once Upon a Broken Heart series it's very fairy tale-esque, and it feels like a fairy tale when you're reading it. It feels like reading Hans Christian Andersen books, because I had full collections of those books. Like, I had the proper thick ones with the illustrations and all that. And I remember just reading it and remembering how I'm like, oh yeah, just Ariel casually turns into seafoam. But yeah, it's a really good series, the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. I love it so much. The next book I have is Final Offer by Lauren Asher. It is the third book in the Dreamland Billionaire series, and it's just, I love Callahan so much. I love Alana so much. I love Alana's child so much. It's so pretty. It's such a good book. There's so, it's just everything right about it, like every right emotion about it, every right, I don't know, aspect, feeling. I had so much. I read this book in one day, which just says everything. It's a 600-page book. The next book I have is As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. Now, I love Holly Jackson's writing. I have given a lot of her books like really high reviews. As Good as Dead is my favorite book from her. It's just it's so beautiful. I don't know what to say about it. It's just, I can't say much about it because it's like the third book in a series, but it's just like the perfect way to end it off. Was I also a little mad about the ending when I first read it? Hell yeah, I was. Because do I want to see Pip and Ravi more? Hell yeah, I do. And I want to see them get little golden retriever and all of that. The next books I have are A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Silver Flames. So we'll talk about A Court of Mist and Fury first. It is the second book in the ACOTAR series, and I had so much fun reading it. Like, the build up towards A Court of Wings and Ruin, and just Feyre, learning more about the Fey world and all that. Feyre, being able to go out and explore, because obviously, yeah. And just, I loved it. I loved the character development in Feyre, and yeah, I don't have too much to say about it. All these books, they literally just leave me speechless. So I don't know what to say about them half the time. But yeah, that is A Court of Mist and Fury. The next book is And then we have A Court of Silver Flames. Now this is a 6-star read. This book was such a good book. I love it so much. The character development is much wider of an aspect than Feyre's because of how much of a complex character Nesta is. I mean, I didn't like her until like the 70-80% mark. And I mean, Cassian, I love how he, even though I've said this like a couple of times, I think, or in my review, even though he loved Nesta, he didn't change his morals and views. Because a lot of times, the guys change their morals and views for these characters. So, for example, if they do something wrong, or that the main male character doesn't like, they let them off the hook. They're like, yeah, fine. Cassian makes Nesta. He puts her to it. He doesn't just ignore it. He does make her come face to face with her issues, with her problems, with the bad things she does. And that is just such a beautiful thing about the relationship. He doesn't just discard her wrongdoings, because Nesta does have a lot of wrongdoings. And yeah, one of my favorite books ever. It's so beautiful. Even though it's so long, it still had my attention basically through the whole thing. And yeah, and Nesta's character growth, character development, amazing. The best character development I have ever read. And I'm so excited for the rest of the Actor series, because I know this isn't the last book, and I really want Azriel to get with Gwyneth. Because, yeah, a lot of people want Elaine and Azriel to get together, but, I'm not really Azriel and Nesta. No, Azriel and Elaine, girl. But yes, that was that. The next book I have is Book Lovers. This is my favorite Emily Henry book. This was so beautiful. It's the first Emily Henry book I read, and she was just beautiful. She was amazingly written. She was amazingly written. I love the little bantery. It's a really good romance book. For example, if this was meant to be a fantasy book or more in the fantasy genre, it would get nowhere near 6 stars or 5 stars or anything like that. But because it's in the romance genre, it got 5 stars because I just love it. I love a little cute rom-com-y book. The next book I have up on my list is This Woven Kingdom, the This Woven Kingdom series by Tahara Mafi again. I love everything that Tahara Mafi writes. I eat her writing up. I eat everything up that she writes. So yeah, that's again, really good book. It's based on Perthian. I talked about it in my fantasy book recommendations. So if you want to get more on that series, you can go over there. But yeah, I don't have too much to say about it. It was an amazing first book in a series. The next book, I love this book so much. I can't wait for the other books to come out. It is Powerless though. I read this in January, and it is my I think favorite book of all time. I don't know what to say about it. It's just so beautifully written. It's so perfect. It's so amazing. It's so everything. It is I love it so much. It is my favorite thing on the history of this planet. And yeah, I love it so much. It means so much to me. And oh my god, the banter, the enemies to lovers, the trials, the everything. This book is amazing. If you haven't read it, it's worth the hype. Go and read it. Next book I have is The Fake Out by Stephanie Archer. It is the second book in the Vancouver Storm series. This book was just fun, cutesy, and it was amazing. It was beautifully written. I mean, also character development, facing their problems, coming face to face with said problems, fake dating, everything. This book, again, amazing. So much. I don't know what to say about it because of how amazing it is. I love it so, so much, and you should definitely go read it. Just go and pick up the book. It's on Kindle Unlimited. Go read it. It's really good. the last book that I have is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This book is like it was like one of the first books that really got me into like romance, because it's such a beautiful book. It's so cute. I am gonna be doing a reread of it this year because I just need to go back there. It was so beautifully written. It was so beautifully everything, and yeah, I don't have much to say about it because it's so good that you should just go read it and find out for yourself. Again, it was perfect. It was YA. It was everything. It was beautiful. It was amazing. Again, all these books. I'm like, if you've read it and I do a non-spoiler talk about any of these books, the video will be an hour long at least, because I can talk about these books forever. But they're just amazing, so you should just go read them. And that is all I have to say about all of my 5-star reads. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you go check out any of these books. They're all amazing. You should really go read them. And that's all I have to say for today. Bye!